There we go. Test, test, test. Can you guys hear me? All right, let's check. There we go. Okay. Hello, Zion. Hello, Hussein. All right. We're cooking. Let's check YouTube. I guess I'm live. All these comments are coming in from YouTube, so I must be live on YouTube. Yes, bobbing my head to glass animals again. Still very good. Oh, from Italy. All right, guys, look, I did it. He's so proud of me. I found a plugin that doesn't show my env variables. I did it. I'm gonna stop leaking stuff. Oh, hey Andy, Lobster, Ethan, Joseph, Lobster. Yeah, so hopefully I will stop leaking and stop having to roll my API keys. Yeah, that one's fine. Yikes, that's hot. What was it? It was like JetBrains, no, PHP Storm env plugin. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. I was actually I'm so tired of leaking them. I was looking at how to create my own PHP Storm plugin because I was like, this is stupid. I can't keep doing this. And so I found this one that was like, oh, it supports env files. I didn't see anything about hiding. And I was like, oh, good, it's open source. So I'm going to go there and copy it. And then I saw last year option for hiding values in env files. I was like, why don't I just install this? I don't have to build it. I don't have to build it. Somebody already built it. Well, that's the best thing. Or disappointing if you wanted to build it. That is also true. Mother, that's hot. I also added a little bit of what I'm working on today on the bottom there. So I sent an email to Steve. Steve's out this week, so I sent him an email. Sent him an email with like, hey, we got to make my stream look pretty. So that's coming. But right now, I at least added some text at the bottom so that I hopefully don't have to answer the question all day, every day. But if you want to ask it, that's fine. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better at streaming. I've hidden my envs. I've got some text up there. I've got the chat rolling in. I figured out a mute button. So if I push this, and now hopefully you can hear me. So, oh, pretty happy about that. If you could hear me when I was supposed to be muted. Shoot. Let me check that again. It says it's muted, so okay. Being a freaking turkey, that's what you're doing. All right. Let's get to work. We got stuff we got to do. Yeah, see, this is the problem with chat is I believe everybody. I just am like, oh, everyone's telling me the truth all the time. Okay. I think I want to integrate the Telegram bot today because I want it to start messaging me stuff. So a few things. I have just enough faith in humanity. I want to get transcriptions done, and as a part of transcriptions, identify speakers, and that's when the system's going to have to message me and be like, hey, who is this speaker? So let's go back to what workflow were we working on yesterday? I think we were working on the mostly technical workflow. Chat is super delayed. That is one good thing about putting chat on the video is y'all know between when you send it and when it shows up on the video, you know what the delay is. Okay. So we're going to be using Deepgram for transcription, unless somebody has a better idea, but I quite like Deepgram. Let me open up a new browser here, close my normal browser. Okay. A setting where? OBS, Restream. Yeah, 30 to 45 seconds is a long time. Let me make sure there's no keys here. So let me log in. Project ID, I don't see a key. I see a project ID, which seems fine. Credits, yeah, I think we're fine. I think some of the latency depends on, maybe it depends on the service that you're using. Like if you're using, YouTube might be ahead of Twitter, for example. Okay, so what do we have so far? Oh, 10 seconds is not bad. But where's Andy watching from? They're watching from YouTube as well, so who knows? YouTube and Twitch. I don't know how to do that. Do that later, doesn't matter. Okay, so if I have the path, oh, I do want to store the audio on S3. That's probably next. Fetch latest. There's nothing on line 21. So now that I have the path, I probably need to store it on S3. The problem with workflows, so we're using Laravel workflow. We're using this, which is great, and I love it. The problem is, it's not really a problem. I'm sure they say it some here. No. You can't really do anything outside of an activity in a workflow, or at least you don't want to. Let's see, constraints, workflow constraints. Yeah, okay. So inside of a workflow, don't use carbon now. Workflow stub now. That's interesting. Pass the user to the input when the workflow is started. That's fine. I'm not really doing that. Use an activity to retrieve data. Yeah, I don't see any documentation about this, but here we go. So activities need to be idempotent as well. Workflows should be deterministic. The workflow engine relies on being able to recreate the state in order to continue execution. If it is not deterministic, it will be impossible for the workflow engine to accurately recreate the state of the workflow and continue execution. Activities should be, is it idempotent or idempotent? Idempotent. May be retried multiple times in the event of a failure. If an activity is not idempotent, it may produce unintended side effects, different results. Yeah, because the activities can be retried. They have to be idempotent. So you never say it out loud. That's probably the right answer. AR make, did we decide activity? Move. What do I want to call it when I store it on S3? We'll just call it save audio. Okay, I need to do something RQ. Hello, Bob. Need to send a message real quick. Give me 1 second, sending a message. All right, back to it. Okay, sometimes you do an oopsie, you know? So did we make that? Yes. But I hate that it puts it here every time. So this should be an activity. We'll pass in the path. So now we can say yield activity stub make store. What did I call it? Guys, I am off. Save audio class. All right, so we're gonna dispatch this. Oh, great, just being a troll. Fantastic. You're welcome to hang out as long as you're nice to people. All right, so we're gonna stash that on S3, which means we can open our env file. Oh, I'm so nervous still. Just to make sure. Yes, we can open our env file and nobody can see it. So I need to set some S3 credentials. Oh, that's interesting. If you comment something out, it's going to show up. That's bad. Well, that's fine. Okay, file systems. I think I already have a bucket somewhere that I can use, that I'm going to use. Let me check, because you know what I don't want to do? Set up a bunch of friggin' AWS keys. That's what I definitely don't want to do. So let's check the aaronfrancis.com repo for, oh, here's a Deepgram secret. That's good, I'll take that. Let's plop that. So we're gonna grab Deepgram. So we've got YouTube, Transistor, and Deepgram. And now I need, are these AWS keys good? Yeah, this goes into an Aaron Francis bucket. That's fine. I just have had this one bucket around for like 10 years. That's the one that I use for everything. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Yes, I think we're good. All right. So, stole some keys. Let me make sure I closed. Yep, stole some keys from another project. So I think we should be good. File systems. So let's do this. Let's do AR Tinker. And let's do storage, disk, S3. What can you do here? Can you do files? Oh, I didn't install the S3 driver. Laravel file system. S3. All right, so we're gonna install. Oh. Somebody asked earlier how the sales are going for SQLite course. They're going great. It's not enough. We're not going to retire off of it, but it's going pretty well. Now we just need to turn it into a business. Hey, cool. Test.txt is there. Can you list directories? Cool. What do I have in there? Snake. You guys know that I once created the game Snake in Microsoft Excel. It's back when I was an accountant. Let's see if we can find that. Guess not. I guess it's long gone. That's a pity. It was cool. There's a video somewhere. I'll find it later. But I created a fully playable game of Snake in Excel, which was kind of awesome. All right. We've got... We should just make a directory called LifeOS and just put everything in there, I think. So if we do... Can you... Can you just do something like... so if we were to say... Aaron Francis, is this allowed? That doesn't seem like it should be allowed. But I don't know if it is. Negative. Oh, that's a pity. I really want to... I think the real answer is you should just create your own bucket for it. I think that's what I should absolutely do. That's too bad. That would have been cool. If there's a way to do that, will somebody let me know? Fly system. Bucket name. Optional path prefix. Where do you go? How do I get to you? Let's go into... let's go find it. Let's go freaking find it. Vendor, Laravel, framework, source storage probably? No, source file system. The root option, is that in the docs? Storage build, that's interesting. Let's just try it before we do something silly. Bucket, and then root is, we'll just try this. Cool, that might have worked. So if we say storage, disk, S3, can you just do this? Test.text with a value of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we remove the root, dang, I think whoever said this was totally right. We see a LifeOS directory. I think that's all I needed. All files is going to be a mess. I don't want to do that. Cool. I think we did it. Cool. Thanks, whoever said that. Who said that? Oh man, it was Jason. Hate it when Jason's right, and he's right so often. Dang. Good job, Jason. Cool. Nice job, Jason. All right, so now we are set on S3. So we should be in a good spot where we can just do, we can go back up here to the app and workflows, activities, save audio, path. So I think this is idempotent, so I think we're okay. Storage, disk, S3, put... How do I pass a file descriptor? Stream interface. I need a local and a remote path, don't I? So this will be local, remote. I'll put, I think you put file name first and then contents, local as a read. Can I just, I think that should work. I need to figure out testing for these activities because I don't want to continue to run through a workflow every time to test the whole thing. Okay, so I need to pass through a local path, local and remote. Oh goodness. Remote can just be audio. Probably should remote equals All right. I need a stable remote file name. And what is... So this is a full-on... At this point, path is a full-on path. I could probably just take file name from there, huh? I feel like I've done this before, but I never remember how. So given a full-on path, how do I strip off just the name? Path info with path info, array shape. My brother, I think I'm on Twitch, am I not? So I think I can just pass in. Am I not on Twitch? I don't know who's calling me from Chula Vista. Look at that. The delay on Twitch is very low. That was very close to live. Yep. I just want base name. So can you pass through expected values flags? And I just want path info base name. Flags, path info base name. So what does that do? I don't think your internet is on. Oh, you're liking the course? That is great news. I'm going to record the next modules next week, and so the week after that. So if today is the 3rd, which it is, then the 10th would be next week, and so maybe like the Monday after that. All right, cool. This is nice. I'll take that. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this guy, get out of here, come back to the workflow, and say that file name equals that. Path. I don't think your internet is on. Josh, are you being a goofus? You messing with me? All right. So this download YouTube as audio is going to put it in a random location, which is fine. And then download it, strip out. Yep. I knew it. I knew you were being a goofball. This will create the file name from that. And then we'll say that replace file name. Because then what we need to do is, I think, can we create the model at this point? I don't think I should create it outside of an activity, first of all. But what did we do in the migration? Create workflows, jobs, podcasts. Do we have an external? So the external URL, I want to be like the YouTube URL, and so I need an audio URL, which is going to be our stash. Audio URL. $330 working on Livewire? What are you building? Slash, are you actually applying for the job at HelpSpot? Ian's job? I saw on Twitter some machinations that you were applying there. External audio. Yeah, I can catch you up here in a second. I kind of want to get this one done real quick. So episodes have an audio URL and videos. I don't think I'm actually, yeah, I do need to strip audio off of my own videos so that I can transcribe them. Let's see, am I still, how's it going on Twitter? Speaking of Ian. This is amazing. Yeah, pretty light. I'll tell you what, that coffee that I made is terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Okay, cool. So we can now say episode create audio URL is... boy, that's not a URL, is it? That's just a path. Which is true. And in fact, I don't want it to be a URL because it needs to be signed. Mark. So audio URL is wrong. That's a lie. Audio path. Audio path. Where else did I do audio URL? That's a lie. That should be a path. Okay, now that's the truth. Cool. Audio path. There is a way with this workflows package. Oh, here we go. There is a way to have a closure. How do you have a closure? It's like, oh goodness, what is it called? A side effect is a closure. See, this is cool. Look at this. Look how cool this is. They need some syntax highlighting. But this is crystal cool. Look how... Okay, so in a workflow could be executed, actually, in fact, will be executed multiple times because it's going to execute once and get here and then stop, and then execute once and get here and then stop, and then execute once and get here. So it's going to run multiple times. So if you need something to only run once, like generate a random number, you can use this side effect thing. Look at this. Look at this. This is wild. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good job. I still think there's like a closure on here. Oh yeah, I can do... So what's the difference between the side effect and an async activity? Because I could do this. Activity stub async, and then I could put a function in here. So what's the difference? And why would I want one versus the other? I think I have to yield this, probably. Guys, I don't know. Rather than creating a child workflow, you can pass a callback to activity stub async, and it will be executed in the context of a separate workflow. That feels a little too heavyweight for what I'm doing, I think. I don't think that's right. I mean, this is cool. So you can run, it looks like you can run mute. It looks like you can run ad hoc workflows without creating a workflow class, which is cool, but that's not what I'm doing. My git commit workflow is commit whenever I feel like it, especially on this project, because it's just me. So we will use a side effect. All of that to be said, being said, we will use a side effect. So we're going to say function I haven't tried FrankenPHP. I'm not smart enough. That's not a generous take. I don't feel like I know enough about like the layer right below the application to experiment with something like FrankenPHP. I'll wait until Taylor blesses it with a Laravel package or something. This is a wild way of programming, by the way, this whole async stuff. I'm not very comfortable with it, to be honest. Yeah, I know Octane has it, but I've never tried it. It might be very easy. So at this point, if I want to create an episode, what all do I need? I need that's nullable. So I need a title, description, a publish date, and a status. And the rest are nullable. The audio path, the only one that I put in is actually nullable. So perhaps we do this. So I'm going to create so I got to move this up somewhere. I think I should return more than just the video ID. If I'm going to go fetch from YouTube, I might as well return the whole deal. Video, what's our shape gonna be? Let's do it. So we're just modifying it as we go. We need to remember what this shape looks like, and then we'll decide what we want our real shape to look like. So if we DD videos, what am I doing? The first one. Right now I'm automating some YouTube fetching, etc. So what does that look like? All right, so for the table, I need a title, a description, and those are both in snippet. So what we're gonna do is title, description. What do I need for the actual table? I need title, description, and publish date. Great, that's not very much. Published at, can get that out of the snippet. So if we get, let's go look here. I just want that to be called date. So the question is carbon make create from what? Create from format. We'll do that. Who knows the format of this off the top of their head? Oh, there's publish time too? No, this feels like it belongs on the channel. snippet published at. What is this format? This is Zulu. That might just be the default format. I might be able to just carbon make that. Carbon make. Oh, it looks pretty good to me. I don't need to make it from a format at all. Thank you, standards. All right, so I can just do make from here. So then if we do video equals, what did we decide it was? I think it's just an array. Oh, is it just an array? It's just an array. So we're going to say video equals r get videos 0. Oh, no, I want to get by key. I want to get the first one, 0. If not video, return an empty array. And now we're down into, oh man, you know what? Somebody taught me that when I was like in the middle of recording the SQLite course. It's like the first several videos are all me hand typing clear like an animal. Telling you guys, I don't know super much. Hello, logs enroll. Title is gonna be, oh, that's cool. So now we're at video. And now we just need to pluck it out of snippet. So we will use data get. So we'll use data get video snippet dot title snippet dot description and snippet dot published at. I don't need to do snippet, do I? I should make that better. No, wrap it, you doofus. Oh, well, that's incredibly frustrating. Okay. DD this. Got the title. Oh, that's a great idea. Diet Coke consumption. Unfortunately, it'll be really easy to measure right now because it's at 0. Like a loser, I'm not drinking a single Diet Coke. Hey, it's still a Life OS. I'm not shy about calling it a Life OS. I just don't think people knew what it was, which may inform what you're doing, Kitsy, but I don't think anybody knew what it was. I'm going to change this to video equals data get videos 0 dot snippet, because then what I can do is clean that up. And in fact, I don't need data get anymore because this is an object. Oh, so I can just kill that and then kill that and then kill that and put that back. And then I need a trailing. So that feels cleaner to me. Yep, that feels better. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is people were like, "Oh, what operating or what like what flavor of Linux is this going to run on?" And I was like, "Oh, you've badly misunderstood what I'm doing." So it's a Life OS, but it's not what you're thinking. Jason, I did actually I didn't get a McFlurry, but I did actually go to McDonald's and get a soda that day. Fetch latest YouTube. So now this will return a better object. If not video, return an array. Do I want to return an empty array or a false? I don't want to inspect into it. Yeah, Jason shared some pictures of McFlurry machines that did not work for my stomach. Coke Zero, guys. The problem with Coke Zero is that Coke Zero tastes like Coke. I don't like Coke. I like Diet Coke. Diet Coke is its own thing. You know what's good is Dr. Pepper 10. Because Dr. Pepper 10 tastes like Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper is really good. If I had a functioning pancreas, which I don't, Pepsi gang, okay, that's adorable. If I had a functioning pancreas, I would drink Dr. Pepper all the freaking time. I would be so unhealthy. Oh man, you should not drink anything Coke related. Yeah, but isn't it pretty good? Isn't it pretty yummy? I think you're forgetting how good it is. Like maybe, you know, health or whatever. But you're forgetting that it's quite yummy. I don't care, Restream. Why are you telling me this? I don't care about that. Don't put your branding into my thing. I pay for your service. Pepsi Twist. What even is that? I've never heard of that in my entire life. So now at this point, video is a proper object. And we need to change this to be bam. Did I do that right? I didn't even return the ID. Hey, come on. Come on, guy. Use your brain. Use your big, powerful brain. F. The ID lives above. It lives above the snippet. ID, video ID. Shoot. Shoot. Dang it. I gotta go back. We must return. Oh, silly, silly boy. Video equals video 0. Silly boy. I don't even need to do all the data get stuff. Video ID, these are proper objects. Video ID. Snippet. Does that work? Yeah, that worked. Why no 1080p? I have no idea. What are you seeing on YouTube? It's probably because I'm streaming in a weird aspect ratio. So it doesn't conform strictly to 1080p. Does it still look okay? Sure enough. That's interesting. I don't know, man. Yeah, 864p on Twitter. Or on Twitch. I don't know. It's a good question. See, this is the thing. I can't pump any more through because it's telling me that Twitter can't handle it. So my resolution is 2016 by 864, and I'm pumping as much as I can without Twitter just totally bombing out. So I don't know. Don't know, y'all. Figuring it out as we go. I've not made a decision on the swimming pool, but I think I'm gonna build a swimming pool. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much good content that would be? Are you crazy? That would be amazing content. Would it be a disaster? Probably. But that would make it even better. That would make the best content. So there's such a thing as a natural pool, and most of them look pretty janky. I'm not gonna lie. Over 2 years, yeah, that's the problem. Natural swimming pools. See, this is what most natural swimming pool. Get out of here. This is what most natural swimming pools look like. Over here on stop doing that. Over here on the right, and I don't want a pond. I really don't want a swimming pond. I want a swimming pool. And this is a swimming pond. And you know who's not going to love that? The boss. She's going to be like, hey, if we're going to build a pool, don't build me a dirty koi pond. Build me a swimming pool. But, I mean, that's cool. That's just not what I want. Look at that. That's cool. I don't want that. Can I zoom in on this and it comes through? Yeah, that's boss. But I watched one recently. That looked like a proper. See, look at that. That's great. That looks like a swimming pool to me, and it's got that recharge zone at the end. All right, we'll click in. We'll give you a click. So it's got that recharge zone at the end, and that's where all the plants go. But look how that's a swimming pool. That's normal. Man, look at the views on this is crazy. 200,000 views, 500, 600, 500, 500. See, I got to build a pool. This is honestly, this is exactly the style that I would go for. I would go for this style where we're not gonna have a hot tub. We're not gonna have a freaking hot tub. Hot tubs are trouble. I don't want my children in a hot tub. It's up to no good. So we don't need a hot tub. We need a recharge zone with a bunch of doofy looking plants. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, and then I don't have chemicals. I don't have pool equipment that's gonna break all the time. It's just like 2 or 3 little pumps that like circulate the water and bubble, so it adds oxygen. This is cool. I like this one. Let's go ahead and give this a let's save that to watch later. Save to watch later. We're gonna watch that one later. That's a good one. Yeah, maybe do a post Laracon pool conf, but it's not actually at a pool. It's digging a pool, so we could like trick people into coming by saying, "Hey, it's a pool conference," and then when they get there, surprise, you're digging a pool. Seems kind of fun, right? People would like it just for like the novelty of it. Is Andy Newhouse, are you still here? Are you still watching, or have you logged off? Oh, I'll provide shovels. Don't worry. That's the least I can do. I'll provide you a shovel. Hello, Holako. Yeah, honestly, I would absolutely rent an excavator. That's exactly what I would do. Okay, so I think we can return all of this. So we're in a good spot now. Video, video, video. So now I can move this up a little bit. I watch so much DIY YouTube. Actually, I can just leave it down here. I don't need it to move up. So I'm going to use video and remote, and this is going to be video title. And I can just yoink video description. Video. In fact, do I want that to be a carbon object? No, I want it to be a date. I don't want to pass around a carbon object. I don't need it anymore. I would absolutely rent an excavator. Yeah. We're just programming and talking about digging a pool in the backyard. All right, so now this published date, where does that live? That lives on date. Status is, I think we have an enum, don't we? Publish status. What is it? Draft? Draft. Audio path. I do want, I think I should store the external ID as a way to dedupe. So let's hop back into episodes, external URL. Ooh, is external URL an easy enough way to dedupe? Do I need the... Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Because external URL is where I'm going to send people, but I do want to keep track of the external ID because I'll be pulling all of these off of either off of YouTube or off of somebody's RSS or something. Cool, 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 cool. So now we need external ID is video ID, and external URL I think I can just construct. If we go back to YouTube, yoink, I can just construct this. So should I even store both? Great question. We're gonna do it. All right, those two go way down there. So we've got title, description, published, status, external, external, and audio. Okay. So this should only run once. Okay, so we have done this part and this part. Let's go ahead and run this, and then we'll do transcription, associate, label speaker, and set to publish. Cool. Let's run this bad boy. Oh, we need to migrate fresh. AR, oh, what is it? Control L? Yeah, that's boss. AR migrate fresh. Yep, migrate fresh. I was building a book app. I created published at column as a date column. There are books published before the birth of Christ. Yeah, there's one called Genesis. That one's really old. And then there's one called Exodus that's also quite old. Let's see, what else is there? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and that's where I stop. I don't remember. First, Second Kings. I don't remember what comes after that. Got him. Got the lull from Will. Got him. That's what I'm after. Also, of course, I think the Iliad and the Odyssey are BC. Just wanted the lull. That's all I wanted. All right, so we migrated fresh. Oh. Elijah, I'm all over Dig Drive DIY. Love it. It's great. Great channel. Joshua Judges Ruth. All right, so we don't have any episodes in here. And then we can come over here to laravel.log, clear you out. And then we're going to run this workflow. And this time, so last time I ran the queue worker in work mode, but I'm going to run it in listen mode so that it just blows all the way through it. I think this is going to work. But I think everything I do is going to work. Yeah, Dig Drive DIY. He's very likable too. He's just like a guy. And he built you can see I've already watched this one from 3 days ago. This is this guy's pond. Look how freaking huge that is. That makes no sense to me. It's enormous. So I'm not doing that. Good channel though. He seems like a happy dude. I don't know what he does. I think he does like earthworks. And so he's always like driving big trucks and stuff. And he just seems happy. He's got, I think, 2 or 3 daughters. And they like live on this land in Fort Wayne. I think it's Fort Wayne, Indiana, maybe. So he's got like a bunch of land, low cost of living, good job. I don't know. I like him. Yeah, that's truly an American-sized piece of land there. Let's run this bad boy. What are we yapping around here for? Let's get rid of this. Oh, what did we call it? Fetch. I think we have a command to dispatch this. Yeah. Which, if this is the whole command, do I need a command? I don't think so. We have counties that are larger than countries. Hell yeah. 100-foot long garden is pretty cool. Here's a question. Before we run this workflow, what do y'all know about bamboo? Do you know much about bamboo? Here's what I know about bamboo. It grows really fast, and it's incredibly invasive. But if I plant it in like metal containers, don't do it. The plant. Yeah, see, that's the problem. If I plant it in metal containers, can I constrain it? Or is that a fool's errand? You sell a lot of bamboo? I don't know what that means. Do you literally sell bamboo? Or is this some sort of bit that I'm not understanding? Probably a bit. Still sounds like, I don't know if I want everyone to see what I've been, I don't know what I have. Have I been chat GPTing embarrassing things? No, I haven't. There's nothing embarrassing here. Oh, I can hide the sidebar anyway. Cool. All right. How does bamboo... How does bamboo spread? Is it by roots or by what's the other option? Some sort of airborne seed. Through its roots, rhizomes. They grow horizontally. Okay, so I would love to have a few pandas in the backyard. Can you imagine how cool that would be? Underground, invasive, yeah. Tight circular pattern, I don't want that. Okay. Cool. 50 to 120 years. I think I should be okay. Yeah, so I want to put a whole thing of bamboo along my back fence in containers. I'm gonna do it in containers. So if I clear this and do AR, what's this one called? Podcasts fetch. All this is going to do is create a workflow. So it created a workflow in a pending state. We currently have no episodes, which is correct. Now if I run ARQ listen, I think this is the slow one, but it will reload when code changes, which is what I want. Let's see what happens. All right, started the workflow, ran fetch latest YouTube, back to the workflow. Now it's downloading the YouTube as audio. So it's running our workflow. So you see it like puts itself in the queue and then processes the first action or activity, I suppose, and then puts itself back on the queue. And now it's going to the second activity. Bamboo root barrier. $60 mil thick. That's pretty thick. Cool. What if I put it in like giant containers? That'll work too, right? Containers are made of metal. All right, here we go. Download, back to the workflow, save audio, back to the workflow, done. So I think it processed all the steps. So if we check the workflows, we'll see that the status is completed, and we check the episode. Son of a gun! Look at that! Hot dang! That is pretty boss. Dive into ... I don't super love that. But we got status of draft, Aaron's course launch, 50 centimeters tall. Oh, it's going to be very tall. Yeah, heck yeah, this totally worked. Great, let's move on to transcription. We're not going to run the workflow again because it's kind of a pain. Let's move on to transcription. That is the best moment when you're like, I'm going to do it, and then it freaking works. So did we make a transcribe audio activity? We sure did. Less bamboo. Sorry. I love bamboo. All right, so we need to make a... I think I actually have a saloon. I'm using Deepgram to transcribe. So let me see if I have... Where would I have Deepgram transcription? Maybe in aaronfrancis.com, which this is going to become. This is going to become my personal site. So if we check over here, we're looking for a saloon integration. Heyo. Love that. Make sure it's not hard coded here. It is not. It is not. Cool. All right, so I am going to, I think we decided yesterday that this is not the way that you have to do that. You can set the authorization in a better way. I'm going to yoink this. Integrations, Deepgram. I'm going to move the connector to the top level to match the transistor one. Get rid of connectors. Make sure this namespace is right. App, HTTP, integrations, Deepgram. Feels good. And this one is in Deepgram requests. I think that feels good. Did we decide that this was silly? I think we did decide that was silly. Yeah, default auth. Here we go. Default auth. Oh no, do you see an API key? Which one? Where do you see an API key? Please tell me I haven't done it again. So header authenticator. Default is authorization, which is this, so I don't need the second param. And we're going to take Deepgram. I don't know if I have that set up. So if we go to services, transistor, I do not have it set up. So we're going to say Deepgram is no leak today yet. Yeah, don't jinx me here. Actually, I'm going to blur. See, I'm glad I blurred because look, you can even see it through the blurring. It's showing my AWS keys, but it's hiding all the rest. So how is that helpful? If I can't trust it, I can't trust it. And I can't trust it. Okay. So, all right, now we've got our Deepgram secret. And is there a better way to do this? I feel like I should be able to set somewhere else that this is JSON. This feels icky to me. We'll just move on. Ahmed, if you can reverse the blur, please tell me. So here's we're going to hit the listen endpoint, and the body is URL. So in the constructor, we pass URL. And we also have this multiple speakers thing. So we can set with multiple speakers to true. And then here are diarize. That's where if there are multiple speakers, it'll try to split them out into speaker 1, 2, 3, etc. So let's go back to our test command. And we'll do a connector equals new Deepgram, and a request equals new transcribe. And this is where we pass the URL. Yes, this is PHP Storm. All right, I need a URL. So I'm going to do episode first So episode equals episode first. And then I need S3. I need storage, disk, S3, temporary. Come on. I think it's temporary URL. I think that's right. Storage. Let's just check the docs. They'll probably say. I will be using Vue.js for the UI. Temporary. Yeah, that's what I thought. Storage temporary URL. So I need to create a signed URL, which is incredibly easy to do. Do not need a service for this. Episode, the signed URL, where did we put it? I think we put it at audio path. Is that where we put it? I'm gonna use inertia, audio path. And I don't really care if Deepgram has access to it for a long time. So let's keep all of this stuff together. So then I can pass the URL to Deepgram. And we are going to say, if we can, hello, request with multiple speakers, because Ian and I are both on the show, of course. It's a good show. Yeah, apparently I need to try Laravel IDEA. So does Deepgram, I actually don't know what Deepgram returns. We're going to find out together. All right, so I'm going to grab the first episode. I'm going to construct a URL out of the audio path that lasts for an hour. I'm going to create a new, I don't need that there. Okay, and then we'll just DD the response JSON. Can I do that? Oh, it returns a response. Yeah, super useful. All right, body. We'll see what body does. You did request JSON. Let's check the Saloon docs. Responses. Response body. Yeah, all right. JSON should be there. We'll find out. Yeah, that's why. Huh. Just gotta type the right things. That's programming for you. Just gotta type the right things. So can it intuit? Yeah, if I had typed the right thing, it would have worked. All right. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. So we're going to grab it, URL, new request. Let's make this a little snazzier. And then we're going to send it. Request, response, response. Cool. What did we call this one? I think this is the test command. All right. Access token must be of type string. Oh, so my so I did something wrong here. Services Deepgram secret. I didn't. It's just Deepgram. Gotta get used to that Control L thing. Okay, we're getting somewhere different. Invalid credentials. You know what? I bet that's because I freaking revealed the key on stream, and so that key that I have there no longer works. So give me 1 second. This is life OS key. You guys can't see that. Let's just, you know, okay. Create key. You can't see any of this. And then let's swap out the Deepgram key. Okay. Make sure that nobody can see this. It's an attack vector I actually hadn't thought of. Okay, so we're still blurred. And we're back. Let's see if we did it right. I swear, if this thing freaking dumps my API key onto the screen. Invalid credentials. Sure seems like those should be valid credentials, doesn't it? I am gonna dump this. So, see ya. All right, so the key is showing up, but it's saying it's not valid. Here's a question. If we go back to this, oh, is that what it is? Do I have to write the word token like a freaking animal? That's silly. Hey, that's silly. Come on. You shouldn't need the word token. You should figure it out. So does it just hang, or can I do like an async thing? Am I fine with it just hanging? I mean, I've got the workflow, so I might as well. I mean, the workflow is going to run in the background, so I don't think it super matters one way or another. Boy. Is that just keeping the request open the entire time? That would be surprising. Because that's taking... Yeah, there we go. Look at all those. My word. I think those are individual, like, sentences, basically. Individual words. Good grief. All right, so what's our shape here? Transaction key deprecated. I don't know what that means. Oh, we used 2 general nova. I want results. And then I want channels. 0. Goodness. What a mess. Why is it nested so much? Okay, if we go to... okay, so we're just gonna plop this guy here. And then we're gonna say that response equals response JSON. Let's go ahead and add a throw in there. So now we're kind of safe. Is results a top level key? We've got metadata that contains 9 items, and then I think results is a top level key. Okay, so let's do some... Okay, let's do some multi-cursor. Oh, multi-cursors are the best. That's close. Feels better. Okay. Is everything... Yeah, I really don't understand why they would structure it this way. But to each they own. As the Bible says. The Bible doesn't say that. Speech to text. That's not what I want. Text to speech. No, I do want speech to text. Pre-recorded. Deepgram. Deepgram is a transcription service. Well, it's like an AI service. Show me the format. Show me the actual format. Okay. Results, channels, alternatives. Yeah, they sure do. And then they give you every single word, which is good, I suppose, for time stamping. All right, in this response, we see transcript, confidence, words, transaction key, I wish it would give me like a API. Like, I don't want to use your SDK. I want to use your, yeah, that's what I want. Transcribe, post to listen. There we go. Post to listen. See, this is, I could do it async, but do I care? I don't think I care. I think that would just add complexity that doesn't get me anywhere, because it's not happening in the request response cycle. So I don't think I care if it's async. I don't care. Sorry, just texting the boss. Okay, I don't care. I do not care. It does not matter to me. So, transcript is going to be response of... So I've narrowed the response all the way down to 0 here. So response is 0. So now I can just do, it is an array, so I can just do transcript. What am I doing? Should I just create the model here? So transcript is there, and then what else do we have? I think we have words and we have summary. Boy, this one's way too fast. I don't like that one. Okay. Confidence I don't care about. Words I'll keep words just for giggles. But whatever. I'll just keep it for giggles. Yeah, PHP Storm works great with JavaScript. Sushi is also great. Lots of words. Ooh, paragraphs is good. I actually do want paragraphs. Paragraphs is probably what I end up putting on the web page anyway. Paragraphs. And then summary sure feels outside of... I feel like summary is way out here. So we'll call that results, and then we'll say that summary. Did I do this already? Where do I use this transcribe? I wonder if I've already done this. I guarantee you I've already done this. Find usages. What a freaking disaster. So I just do paragraphs here. Boy, destructuring this response is kind of gnarly. So I'm claiming it's results, channels 0, alternatives 0, paragraphs, which is just horrifying. I think I'm going to just drop that out. This is just disgusting. Yeah, I think the words do have... I think this is alternative words. And this is alternatives 0 transcript. And this is... Man, this is hideous. I hate this. See, I don't think summary is all the way down there. I feel like summary is out at the top. Summary dot short. Results. Is it F this? This is gross. What do the docs say? Query params. Responses. 200 response. Okay. Metadata. Don't want that. Results, objects, alternatives, transcript, confidence in words are down there. It's freaking, it doesn't even show me where summary is. Ah! F that. That's so frustrating. All right, we can do it. By sheer force of will, we can do this. I don't think summary is all the way down there. You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. This is a good idea. Response equals... I am going to pull out the ones that I know exist. So I'm going to pull from response. Does this take dots? I think it takes dots. I think it will. So I'm going to pull out. This is what I'm going to do. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. If we pull this out, that pulls it out, passes it in by reference. So it will affect the, and then we'll get the key out, which will make the whole thing smaller, which is what I'm after. Results, channels, alternatives, 0, .transcript, .paragraphs. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I don't think that one is right. So then I'm going to DD the response. We're going to see what is left after plucking all of that stuff out. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Unfortunately, we have to... Got to run the whole thing again. Oh, what is it? Test. All right, so it's going to run the whole thing again. So are we learning anything? I don't know. I think we're learning. I think we're learning that I don't like the response format of Deepgram. I think we're learning that workflows are cool, but a little bit hard to test. Let's read the testing docs on the workflows. Yeah, rocks, codes, OBS. This video tells you how to do it at the 26-minute mark. So how to get started live coding by Rocks Codes. So if we look at testing, You can execute workflows synchronously. Yeah. Workflow stub fake and then mocking the activity. That's kind of cool. So you can mock an activity. So that's good. That's a way to test parts of a workflow without testing the whole thing. I do wonder. Here we go. This is what I want. It's not very pretty, but I think it could work. Yeah, I'll need to write a little harness around that because I don't think that's that pretty. This chaotic 0 now to date time string doesn't feel right to me. Okay, so this is interesting. Hello, hat guy. Oh, it's hysterical. What a great show. So alternatives.paragraphs.transcript contains... I don't think I want that. I don't need that at all. I don't think I need that at all. Let's take this whole thing. This is not great. This is not great. Not great video. All right. If we do, let's just do plain text. We'll drop this in here. And then we can just clear that out. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. So transcript paragraphs. So it's at the same level as channels. So it's results.0.summary.short. What a freaking disaster. So summary is results. What did I say it was? Oh no, results.summary.short. Yep. Hello. So results.summary.short. Value creation framework for advertising and creating a dinner party. Is the summary useless? Do I even want the summary? I don't think that summary is very good. I guess it's better than a poke in the eye, but it's not that good. All right, so I can create a transcript. Yeah, I don't think that was a part of it. All right, so what can I do to make this look prettier? I can, everybody belongs under the results key, so I can pull that guy out. Yep. So I can get rid of you guys. And then I can do, what would I call this? Something. All of those belong under .0. Doesn't need to be poll anymore. So this one, and this one don't need to be pull. They should be there, but I'll do get instead. And then I'll do ASDF. And then I can drop all of those. That looks better. Paragraphs.paragraphs is insane. I mean, I'm guilty of that, but it's insane. Yeah, I store everything. All podcasts I've been on and all podcasts I've been on as a host or a guest, I store the audio on S3. Podcasts go away, man. Results is unclear, but that's fine. Transcript, words, paragraphs, and summary. I probably need to store, we'll just say that everything I'm doing is going to come via audio path. So if I ever need to get back to it, audio path. So now I know what the file was. I get the results back. Y'all, I wish I could play this on stream. Yesterday I played like 30 seconds on stream and boom, got slammed. YouTube was like, hey, you stole this music, you little thief. It's like, shoot. But it is so good. This song specifically, look up Creatures in Heaven by Glass Animals. It is so good. Hey, Benjamin. The transcript table, that ain't gonna work because we haven't done that. So what have I done here? What have I done? I need all of those guys, and then we'll hop back to the create podcast table and look for transcript. Morph, yeah, right. I'll do that some point. So this should be table. Most of it's going to be JSON, so I'll start with JSON and then close all of these guys out. I mean, can it be nullable? I guess. Most of them can be. You can't have a transcript without an audio path. I guess you could have an incomplete transcript should you. Yeah. That really should be a morph, but I don't want to do that. So this is actually a string. That is, these can all be, I think that should be text. Yeah, that's actually just text, just nothing. So we'll put the summary up there, and then the transcript is, I believe, JSON. The words are definitely JSON, and the paragraphs are definitely JSON. Okay. I don't want to lose the episode, so what I'm going to do is yoink. AR make migration create transcripts table. Create transcripts table. Because it's already there. This is not necessarily how you should do things, but that's okay. Okay. So do we have a transcripts table that has stuff in it? We sure do. Cool. All right, I got 20 more minutes. It's almost noon. I got 20 more minutes. We didn't get to the Telegram stuff, did we? We're barely getting to the diarization stuff, which is fine. Oh, should I store? I feel like I should store speaker names. I should definitely store speaker names. Table, JSON, speakers. Yeah, high noon. We gotta go underground so we don't melt. That's what we do in the afternoons in Texas. JSON speakers. AR migrate. I'm actually gonna migrate down. I never do this. Migrate, roll back. Just one and migrate. So now we have, great, now we have speakers. How do I know how many speakers there are? Oh, F. Ah, dang it. I didn't know Chris was here. Shoot. I didn't know he was here. Oh, no. I'm going to delete the down method before I commit it, just so you know. This sucks. I got to figure out how many speakers there are, I have to like walk through the paragraphs array, which is stupid. That's very, very stupid. I do not like that. But hey, we have to do things we don't like sometimes. Audio path, yes. Speakers, we're just gonna say are null right now. Rather empty. It's nullable. I don't need to do that. And in fact, let's go over here. Oh, I will continue to develop it. Trust me, Target X. I am not guarded. Actually, guarded's fine. I am not living my best life because all this stuff keeps falling through the cracks. So I'm definitely going to do it. That is Bossman Chris. Speakers. Yo, 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 there we go. Cool, cool, cool. I will say, I do feel like I'm doing this right. I think this is going to work. Not just like this specific thing, but like I feel like this system is going to work. Oh yeah, I'm going to live stream the whole thing. So you're going to see somebody made a hysterical, yes, that is me formatting the code. Somebody made a hysterical tweet that was like, Aaron said he's going to be working on this for months, and then he held up a blank sheet. And it is kind of blank, but it actually has stuff on it. You just can't see it. But that's what we're building. That's what we're building. Greenville. Do you know where I live? I'll be honest. I don't know where Greenville is, but I do know it is not here in Texas. So before I go through the pain of transcribing again, let's just see if I've done this right. So we'll just say that summary is an empty object. Paragraphs is an empty object. Words is an empty object. Okay, I did not write my API keys on this sheet of paper. Very, very funny, sir. Summary is an array. It should be text, and audio path should be text. Cool. Cool, man. Crystal cool. So I haven't dorked anything up there. All right, so, all right, we're gonna run this one time through again. Yeah, arget is the same, except it only works on arrays. Data get works on all of it. We're going to run this one time through out here, and then we're going to run the workflow again. Godspeed to us all. Should we talk about bamboo while this is running? Here's the containers I want to put the bamboo in. Metal planting containers. No, those are ugly. That's not what I want. I want something like that. But much, much taller. Much, much taller. Core 10. I think Core 10 is right. Core 10 steel planters. See, look at that. Look how cool that looks. Now imagine that was full of, imagine that's full of bamboo that's like 12 feet tall. Hell yeah, right? Along the back fence. No bamboo roots are getting out of that thing, and it's going to be super tall. Yeah, I don't want to learn how to weld. I mean, I kind of do. But this is what I want, Core 10. Because it rusts so nicely. Like, look at that. Wow. Cool. Good job, Aaron. Good idea. Oh, it finished. I guess we're not dumping anything. Reduce spread. As if I know what that means. Okay, this is interesting. The speaker discusses their desire for a new hat. Yeah, maybe we did. AR Tinker, transcript first. Yeah, Chris he's trying to fool me. I'm not falling for it. So why is that freaking quoted like that? That's my question. Oh, I think I know. I don't know if it actually is. No, I think we're fine. I don't think those are extraneous quotes. No, they sure are. Those quotes exist. Dang, why do those quotes exist? Oh, maybe because that's why. I cast summary as JSON, so that would explain that one. And it looks like I cast transcript as JSON. Those quotes are in the data. Confirm. So it looks like summary and transcripts are, shoot, I'm going to migrate down again in front of Chris. This is so embarrassing. Wrong one. So speakers is an array, summary is text, transcript is text, JSON words, JSON paragraphs. So I got transcript and summary wrong. Yep, speakers, words, and paragraphs. I know, I just haven't written any seeders yet. I need to write seeders. All right, what we're gonna do is we're going to AR migrate down, roll back. Nobody clip this part. I'm actually using a down migration. AR migrate up. We're clear, and now we're just gonna yoink this from test. We're gonna yoink this whole thing, and we're gonna run the workflow again. All right, so if we look at the workflow, workflows, mostly technical workflow, where are we? We're down here. So we've created the episode, now we need to transcribe. So we need, let's do the whole thing. I think they serialize models for us. Is this real? Transcribe audio? Yeah, I didn't think so. What's the activity actually called? Transcribe audio? Yeah. Hey, Shanji. So if we hop into transcribe audio, very good, very good step, Aaron. Very smart man. All right, we don't need episode first. We just need a path. Love a mute button. And then we can just put path here. What's the default for temporary URL? No default. You have to pass it. All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm into that. That is fine by me. What are you complaining about? Duplicates? Well, how about that then? All right, did we import? We imported Deepgram and transcribe. Can I make this prettier? I feel like this isn't super pretty. All right, so this is not idempotent because every time this runs, it will return. It will create a new transcript. So why don't we do this? Transcript where this means I can only transcribe something once, but I think I'm into that. Where audio path equals path first. So we're just going to short circuit this. So now it's idempotent. I can make that better. So now, should I put an index on that? I will, but I'm not going to remigrate. Create transcripts table. I mean, how many indexes am I going to, I mean, how many rows are going to be in here? It doesn't matter. Who freaking cares? Yeah, I don't know if it's idempotent or idempotent. This guy says idempotent. Let me pause so I don't get freaking banned. No, I don't want to update OBS right now. Why would I ever want to update OBS right now?
Idempotent.
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 He's got a little. He needs a pop filter.
Idempotent. Idempotent.
Idempotent.
Idempotent.
Idempotent.
Idempotent.
Idempotent. Cool. That's basically exactly what I said. Idempotent. Cool. I think we're ready to run this workflow all the way through. Did we make this idempotent? I think we did. So if a transcript already exists for this audio path, I could do something fancy where I do like first or and then a function to like actually create it if it doesn't exist. But that, I don't like nesting stuff in callbacks like that. I just want to return early and get out. Okay, URL, create a temporary URL. That's fine. Oh, I am not guaranteed. I am not guaranteed that this will always have multiple speakers. That is not a guarantee. If multiple speakers, you know what? That's going to get gnarly, huh? Yeah, I've thought about making it public. I think I will. I mean, I'm not going to sell this. Like, this is not going to be a SaaS or anything. I don't have dreams of, I'm building this 100% for myself. But it might be fun to open source it. So maybe, we'll say maybe. We're going to do something that's either clever or stupid, and possibly both. How do we feel? How do we feel about this? Is callable right, or is it? I think callable's right. How do we feel about this? This seems kind of cool to me. I kind of dig this. So then if we hop out to the mostly technical workflow, we can transcribe. The path is episode audio path. And then I hate that you have to pass this through the execute because you don't get any type hinting at all, which, like, what am I even saying? I sound like a TypeScript guy now. So I think I can do function request as a type of transcribe, in fact. So then I can say request with multiple speakers. That feels kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. How do we feel about that? Formatting, I'm not in love with. In fact, I'm in hate with the formatting. That's a little chaotic, but I do like that better. Oh, should I do a freaking... Oh, I hate to say it, but that's much better. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. That's much better. That's cool. I love a callback. Love a callback. Callbacks rule. This feels cool. And if there's one thing I'm optimizing for, it's being freaking awesome. And I think we've done it here. See, callable with request, and then if with request exists, then we're going to pass with request. It's cool. You gotta admit, it's pretty cool. We love stuff that's cool. That's all anyone ever wants, is to be cool, right? All right, so we're gonna return that. I know, I gotta make a video before everyone's like, oh, cool, these workflow things, now I know about them. I want people to be like, whoa, great video, Aaron, good job, you're so smart. Oh, what's the boss say? Man, you know what we do a lot? We play a lot of catchphrase. Have you guys ever played catchphrase? We play a lot of catchphrase. Catchphrase is the best. I think this will do it. And so then I need to associate. So then I will I need to do this in a side effect. Episode update. I could associate, but I don't know how to do that right now. Episodes. Transcript ID. So I need to do this in a side effect as well. Do I? I don't. It doesn't matter if that happens 100 times. It's going to be the same thing. Don't have to care about it. Cool. So that's that. What we're going to do, however, is we're going to just say, I don't want to run all of that. We've got an episode in the database, episode first. Now we can just dispatch the workflow and skip the YouTube part. Let's get this transcript out. Oh, F. No, I just deleted the episode. Son of a... Ah! That was a very, very silly thing to do. Is there any way to get that back? That was a very, very silly thing to do. F it. We'll do it live. We're going to run the whole thing. Yeah, that was not my best. So, like I was saying, we are going to run the whole thing because I just deleted the one episode, the one model in the database that I actually needed. So we're going to do it all. All right, let's do it. We're gonna watch this bad boy go. We want. So we're gonna dispatch this workflow by running podcasts fetch. AR podcasts fetch. That's just gonna put it onto the queue. It's not actually gonna do anything. So we have a workflow that is pending. We've got one that's completed, which I deleted all the models for, so good job, Aaron. Now we can run ARQ listen. All right, here we go. This is so freaking cool. These workflows, man. You know what's great about these that I realized last night? You can like run a workflow that requires user input and pause that workflow while you're waiting for the user's input, which is what we're going to do here in a second. Here in a second, we're going to send me a message on Telegram from this workflow and ask me to give names to the speakers. And then once I give names to the speakers, the workflow will continue with that input, with that data, which is just incredibly cool. All right, so here's something. Here's another cool thing. Here's another cool thing. So this workflow, so the episode got created, which is good. Now the workflow has failed. So let's see what this workflow failure looks like. Waterline failed. So exceptions. Not very, this gives me no information. I have no idea what failed. Workflow handle. Run next job, run worker, handle. I don't know where it failed, which is not great. Get return. This is interesting. So it ran save audio with a null result. Downloaded fine, and it fetched just fine. All right. Boy, I do think that exception should be better, because this gives me no indication where in user land it actually occurred. This is all vendor code. I need that th right there. They need to rethrow that. I need that. I need access to that th. In fact, let's go monkey about with it. Workflow.php. Workflow.php. We got to go to vendor. Vendor. Where are you? Laravel workflow. Which is not what it should be named. It should be named workflows for Laravel. Workflow.php. And then 214. Yep. Throw th. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's time to make a PR. Exception equals that. And then can't you do something like maybe you have to pass it in through the constructor? Message code previous. Yeah. So if we do this, we can go back here and we can say message is that previous is the th. So we're going to at least give us access to it. We'll see if this works. The good news is I think we can skip over the getting the YouTube video now. So if we go to mostly technical, it did not get to the transcribe audio part. Let's do this. Just to make sure our side effect thing is working, instead of this, let's do return episode first. Because I've never used this side effects thing, so it's possible that that's the issue. So let's stop this, clear it out, fetch podcasts fetch. That's going to add the workflow. AR listen, Q listen. Immediately failed. Okay. But did we get more information? You goofball. You goofball. All right, let's run this again. AR, what is it? Episodes, podcasts, fetch. Oh, can't have empty views. Come on. Great, cool. So did we get more information? Number 5. I don't feel like that helped me at all. Guys! We're just going to rethrow it. Throw th. So if we fetch... Yeah. Thanks for nothing, library. Oh, you're probably right. All right, what is this exception now? Haha! That would have been good information to have. Cannot get return value of a generator that hasn't returned. What? Who hasn't returned? Well, just run the freaking thing then. This is interesting. This is a rough edge IMO. I don't know what that means. I mean, I understand, but I don't know how to fix it. Huh. How do I fix this? This is interesting. We're going to do it live. We'll just figure it out. Workflow.php. What is coroutine? Nothing. Where's freaking coroutine? This is interesting, isn't it? Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna dump it out. It's a generator. It's a closed generator. But I feel like it... I know very little about generators, which is probably bad right now. That's why I couldn't find it. Throws an exception if the generator is still valid. If this isn't replaying, so we're not replaying. Why is it trying to get... Boy, I really don't understand what this is doing. So if we do fetch and ARQ work once, that should... Yeah. Oh, serialization of closures not allowed? Is that a real... Uh-oh. We're getting to the point where I don't know what's happening. Which is not good. What? Oh, it's still pending. Yeah, y'all don't know anything. Nobody knows what's going on here. So this one is still pending. Those should fail. Just running over and over and over. Huh, I don't know. I wonder if, hey Max. So, what am I doing? I feel like this side effect thing is not working like I would expect it to. Okay, first of all, we're not struggling to build anything. except this thing that we're trying to build. Okay, the code inside a side effect should never fail. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure. Is it failing? That's what I don't know. Why don't we unwrap this and just say, let's just say that episode equals episode first. I just can't imagine that that's failing. So if we were to run this guy now, so that'll put it on ARQ listen. Okay, so that actually just straight up failed, which is good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So we're eliminating variables so that we can see what is failing. Serialization of closure is not allowed. Oh, man. My awesome idea. Man. This doesn't work. Man. Man. Reply Hard Studios. Well, that's a real disappointment. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't work because I have this closure here, and apparently serialization of closure is not allowed, which is silly because Laravel has a serializable closure. So in fact, serializable closure. So it failed because I can't have serializable closures, which is silly because we have a way to serialize closures. So it's like, why don't you just do that? So we're gonna try this serializable closure thing. Yeah, there's a serialized closure right there. It's right there. Like, why can't the workflow thing just figure that out? So the question is, how do I call a serialized closure? Call user func on the serialized closure get closure. Okay, cool. All right, so we have a serialized closure. PHP is so great. So instead of, does this have a make on it? That would be awesome. No, there's no make on that. That's too bad. Pity. All right, we're just gonna say that we'll pass a serializable closure in, and we'll make this a little bit prettier. What are you complaining about? I just do not care about that one bit. But see, I don't want that there either. My life is hard. disable. I just don't care about that at all. Now we need to update the transcribe audio to accept a serializable closure. And then we need to say call user func of with request get closure pass through the request. I will not be out clevered. I want my cleverness, so I will make it work. Hello, Lazar and Pet Food Guy. And Lewis likes Australians. That's good. Are you Australian, Lewis, or do you just like Australians? Either way, that's great. Okay, episode first. Let's clear this and say AR podcasts fetch. And then ARQ listen. All right. Hey, we're not failing. So this is going to transcribe the audio. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's good to know. Let's verify that that's true. It's true. Cool. Good looking out. So does that mean shoot, look at that. How's this workflow doing? Oh, it says it's done. Let's look at the episode. The episode has a transcript. We did it. 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 Cool. I dig. Is it stupid? Maybe, but is it cool to do? Where would that live? Where would that live? Let's go to the app service provider. What if we did this? Is this stupid or cool? Do I need to do this at like a, where do I need to do this? Foundation helpers. If function exists. This feels stupid, but I think it could be cool. No, I don't think I can do that. No, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, AR is PHP artisan. So I think we did it. Let's run the whole thing. So did we get diarization? I bet we did. That's fine. Label speakers. We'll have to do label speakers tomorrow because we're running out of time here. Let's run the whole thing. And then we can call it a day. And then we'll do Telegram tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's 4th of July, isn't it? I'm fine creating an enum now. Let's do that right now before we move on. Let's create a YouTube channels. YouTube channel. And we'll make it string backed and we'll say case mostly technical equals. Is that going to cast it to a value or to a string? So if I were to say string channel, does it cast it to a string or does it keep it an enum? I bet I have to do get value, blah. That's PHP Storm. Wah, wah, wah. I just wanted to like magically turn it into. That's just so ugly. I'm just gonna make it accept an enum because that's hideous and I don't like that. YouTube channel. I know, that's what I was thinking. It implements 2 strings, so what's the freaking deal? Channel value. So could I just brute force it? That's silly. You can't even brute force it. Pity, 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 pity. Enums are cool though. But alas. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll pass an enum, it expects an enum, and then I'll pluck the enum. That's fine. This is good. Okay. Let's run the whole thing and see if the mostly technical workflow works. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Do I use file name anywhere? Sure don't. You gone. Okay, that's better. I do use remote, so we're going to leave that one there. I use it twice. I use it here and here. This is a no return, so I don't think I'm just yielding it. I don't need to do anything. Side effect. I think this is gonna work, but I think everything is gonna work. All right, let's do it. We're gonna run the whole shebang. Let's delete that, and let's just go ahead and delete all those workflows. I should just migrate fresh, shouldn't I? Too late. Videos, episodes. All right. Godspeed to us all. Okay. Podcast fetch. Throw the workflow on. Yes. Cue listen. Here we go. Fetch latest YouTube. Now it's downloading. Oh, guys. Is this going to make my life better? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. 12:30. Okay, is it working? That's a big question. What do you think about AI? I think it is fundamentally going to change everything about the world, and also it's totally overhyped. So how you squared that circle, I don't know. You and Ian with that East Coast time. Man, you know what the worst time of day is? It's 3 o'clock because you're kind of sleepy and you're also like, man, the day's almost over. I haven't gotten enough stuff done. It's 3 o'clock where you're like, shoot. I wish it were not 3 o'clock. But fortunately, it's only 12:30. Look at that. Did it work? Completed. Do we have a transcript? We have a transcript. Do we have an episode? We've got an episode. Hell yeah. Totally worked. So now what we will do tomorrow is we will send Aaron a telegram. Well, let's see. Figure out how many speakers there are on the podcast. Because it could be Aaron, Ian, guest. We could have 2 guests. We could have multiple guests. Send Aaron a telegram message and say who is, let's say for each speaker, ask what the speaker's name is. This is going to be fun. Receive names back, store them on the transcript. Transcript, what is that called? Speakers array. Store them in the transcript speakers array. And then I think honestly set it to published. See, I gotta get on Zen, man. Everybody's like, tobacco's bad for you. But I'm like, yeah, it would be awesome though. Yes, the whole flow was go check the Mostly Technical YouTube channel for the latest video. There's always going to be a latest video, so something I need to do is I need to check to see if this video has already been stored as an episode. But that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to do. In an idempotent way. So it checked the mostly, because if we ran this again, it's actually going to create the same episode again. We checked to see if there were videos on the Mostly Technical channel, and if there aren't, we bail. If there are, we download the YouTube video as audio. Then we save that audio to an S3 bucket. And then we create a podcast episode. Podcast ID equals. This is, I don't know if Bossman Chris is still here, but this is where I need like hard-coded references in my code to IDs in the database, which is not ideal. So then we created an episode, and then we called out to Deepgram to make a transcript, and then we associated the transcript with the episode. And then we need to do these things after that. So I'm kind of happy with this because we have all of this. We have all of these reusable activities over here. Like transcribe audio, I feel like I'm going to be using a lot, which is very cool. Oh man, is anybody an admin on Twitch? Can you get rid of that guy? Yeah, when I'm done, so this goes this is going to serve a few purposes. I need the transcript because I want to put it on my website for good SEO. It's a bunch of keywords. So I'm going to put it on my website for good SEO, and then and then I also want to extract snippets out of it and potentially turn those into articles that I write. So I'm never going to publish anything that ChatGPT wrote, but I am or would be willing to have ChatGPT get me started and be like, hey, you talked about this thing on the podcast. Don't you want to turn it into a, thanks, Robin. Don't you want to turn it into a real article? So having the transcript there is going to be super valuable. I feel like this should be a DTO or something that I return back, but I don't really want to do that. Does this need to be its own action? I feel like, or its own activity? That should be like in a side effect or something. It's just so basic. Cool. I think we're done for today. Tomorrow, see, look at this. This is so great. Tomorrow, we're going to start sending messages back and forth to the system using this. Laravel Telegraph. It's very good. It's very, very good. And so this is the freaking cool stuff. So imagine this. Imagine, we can just install it. We're not going to set it up right now. Imagine this. Because I know that this podcast is usually just me and Ian. Yeah, Telegraph for Laravel. Do they call it Laravel Telegraph? You can't do that, man. It's bad news bears. I'll do this in an activity, but who is this speaker? And probably the facade. Why are you guys putting these arrows all lined up like that? Come on now. This is chaotic. There we go. So, watch this. So because you can signal these workflows from the outside, you can do something like, who is this speaker? And you could do something like, this speaker is Ian. This speaker is Aaron. And I don't know what delete param. I don't know what that means. But you could do something like URL. So when they push that, we're going to hit, we'll say route, which doesn't exist, speakers.set with an ID or a query param of name Ian, and workflow, I don't know if this ID, I don't know, I'll have to figure out how to do the workflow. This is gonna be so boss. And then the workflow can pause. The workflow can pause until this is answered. So you can do like, this speakers are set or something. I think it's actually just that. And then how do you pause? There you go. Await. So we can, we would basically send this message, move this to an action, and make it real. So we'd send this message, and then we could just chill. Wait until speakers are set. And we would come up here, and we'd say, public speakers are set equals false. And I think you have to, do you signal it? Oh, you signal that. So you would do public function set speakers are set. There you go. There you go. So tomorrow, wow, tomorrow's 4th of July. Boo, sad. Tomorrow we'll make this real. So we'll be able to hit a button and say, it's Ian or it's not Ian or Aaron, or we'll have to figure out a guest workflow. So we'll send this message via Telegram. I will get it at some point, and I'll need to attach some words that the speaker has said. Otherwise, who is this speaker is not going to be very clear. And then it'll wait for responses. So that's pretty boss. What are you complaining about? F you. So stupid. Cool. This is what we'll do tomorrow. Tomorrow's 4th of July. This is what we'll do next time. I'm very happy about this. This is going to be so cool. All right. I'm done. I'm going to log off. Do y'all have any questions before I log off? What do you want to talk about? Nothing? Well, Steve's off all week, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm the dummy. I am in Dallas, Texas. Let's figure out what else. So if you guys have any questions, ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you what else is on the list here. I am very excited for Laracon. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to MC. I enjoy MCing. Okay, we're working on podcasts right now. I think next, the real thing that stresses me out, I think, is bookkeeping. And so I think next we should work on bookkeeping. That's going to involve a lot. Because for bookkeeping, I need to pull in through Plaid and probably through Stripe and maybe through Venmo. I don't know if Plaid supports Venmo. I'll need to pull all those transactions down and then have a categorization workflow, because some expenses are personal. Some are on the personal card but are actually business. Some are on the business card but are actually personal. Whoops. And then, of course, we've got stuff that's like, this is a business expense, but I want to know, does it go towards the studio? Like, it'd be nice to know how much I've spent on this studio. It's impossible to say. Or does it go towards, like, do I need to be reimbursed by TryHard? like out of the corporate account. My tax guy sucks. I'm going to switch to Steve's tax woman because my tax guy is an idiot. That's not true. I use a service and it's just not very good. I use these people and it's expensive and not very good. And they're trying to be like luxury tax. And it's like, it's just not that good. I should have known from the gold Rubik's Cube. I should have known it wasn't going to be good. Oh, I'm not showing you anything. I should have known from the gold Rubik's Cube. I think this is like $200 or $300 a month. And it sucks. So, not going to use them. That's for dang sure. Yeah, so I want pull in all the transactions, store them, and then categorize them, but also assign them to like a business unit, basically. And that could be personal. Could be personal. Could be screencasting.com. Could be accounting 229. It does look like Vercel. Could be accounting229.com, which is my very, very old, very, very young. Who is that person? I've never seen that guy in my life. So I feel like bookkeeping is the biggest one. And that's going to be awesome for workflows because it's going to be very very async. I also want to do something where I can, because all the Amazon transactions come in as Amazon. It's like, yeah, did I buy powder to help propagate roots, which I definitely did because I want to propagate some of the plants that I have in here, or did I buy a 1 terabyte drive that needs to be reimbursed by TryHard Studios? Don't know. Just says Amazon. The line item just says Amazon, which is infuriating. So I have an idea to create a Chrome extension that will, when I'm on Amazon, it will grab all of the line items from a purchase and post those back to the Life OS. And that way, when a new Amazon thing comes in from Plaid, I can look in the Amazon purchases table and see if there's one where the date is close, but the match is exactly right. And then I can link those up automatically. So that would be nice. I just can't believe anyone that's not a student watched these accounting videos. That's super cool. I'm going to have dozens and dozens of automations. I'll write down, I'll try to transfer what's on the paper to digital somehow. And I'm definitely going to have a dashboard, a web interface. Much of it, in fact, like the transactions, the bookkeeping, that's all going to be on the web for sure. So we're going to be doing lots and lots of JavaScript. All right. Anything else? I'm going to go get some lunch. Any other questions? Okay. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's see if Restream gives us any numbies. I think Velvet Tacos for lunch. Okay, y'all. I'll see you on, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's 4th of July. I will see you on Friday morning. Velvet Taco. Oh, they're in Georgia. They're quite good. Yeah. All right. That's all for me. Thanks for hanging out. I'm super glad. This is 1, very fun for me, and 2, I think it's very productive. And so I'm glad to hang out with you guys. All right. Until Friday. So long, friendos.